Welcome, dear brothers and sisters, to this spiritual journey. Today we're going to uncover a powerful secret, a simple yet profound act that can transform not only your day, but your entire destiny. And that secret lies in reciting a surah, an act of devotion that will bring you closer to your Creator, bringing healing and light in times of darkness. Through the repetition of this surah, we will open a door to infinite blessings. Are you ready to let Allah transform your life through every word recited with faith and pure intention? So let's stick together, because what we're going to explore today is much more than just prayer. It is a path to inner peace and profound spiritual transformation. 1. The call to spiritual transformation. Destiny, dear brothers and sisters, is a concept as vast as the universe itself. Each of us finds ourselves faced with moments of uncertainty, sometimes unfathomable trials. Yet, at the heart of this immensity lies a spiritual truth as old as humanity, the power of the divine word. A word which, far from being simply a set of words, is a vector of transformation, a vibrant energy, a light which illuminates the darkest corners of our lives. Today I want to share a secret with you, a secret so powerful that it can truly transform your destiny. You may have heard of this surah, but have you fully grasped its potential? Allah, in His infinite wisdom, offers us keys through the Holy Quran to shape our lives, to redefine our trajectory, and to open doors that we never imagined possible. It is no coincidence that the Quran is called the Book of Reminder. It invites us to return, to reconnect, to review our understanding of life in the light of divine revelations. Repeat after me, Inna ma'al usri yusra. Of course, with difficulty comes ease. This verse, simple but deeply significant, contains within it a spiritual truth of unsuspected power. It reminds us that no difficulty, whatever it may be, is ever permanent. In every trial, Allah offers us a way out, a light at the end of the tunnel. The difficulty, however great it may be, is only a transitional phase. Imagine, dear friends, that every word you recite in the Holy Quran is a key capable of opening a door to a higher spiritual dimension. Each verse you speak is not a simple repetition, but a powerful invocation that connects you to a divine reality. This surah, which we are going to discuss today, has a particular power. It has the ability to open a door to a better future, to a new vision of yourself and the world around you. So, are you ready to explore this secret, to welcome this wisdom which has crossed the ages to reach you, to guide your path, to transform your destiny? It is a spiritual journey, a journey of the heart and soul, and the first step begins with a simple act, recitation. Inspirational verse. Is it not by the remembrance of Allah that hearts find rest? Quran 13:28. A verse that reminds us that in the incessant noise of the modern world, true peace lies in the silence of the heart when we surrender to divine wisdom. Recitation is not just an act of memory, but an act of the heart, an act which, in its simplicity, contains the power to heal, purify, and guide. There, in the sweetness of these words, the path to transformation begins. 2. The importance of daily recitation. Allah, in His infinite mercy, has revealed to us, in the Quran, that reciting and meditating on His words are essential ways of strengthening our connection with Him. These words are not just there to be heard or read. They are a bridge that connects our soul to divine wisdom, a path to bring us closer to our Creator. But it is not enough to recite once, twice. Allah calls us to perseverance, to constancy, and above all to faith. It is in this constancy, day after day, that true spiritual transformation lies. It's easy to think that reciting a surah every now and then might be enough, but for this word to become a source of infinite blessing in your life, it is necessary to fully integrate it into your daily life. Every day, an act of faith, an affirmation of your connection with Allah. This is why this surah, when recited 10 times a day, becomes much more than a simple prayer. It becomes a source of light that invades every aspect of your existence, purifying your heart, calming your fears, and transforming your challenges into opportunities. Each of these recitations is like a seed planted in the garden of your heart, a seed that over time will germinate and transform into a strong tree, rooted in divine wisdom. You may not see it right away, but each word recited nourishes this seed, makes it grow. Patience is required. Allah, in His wisdom, does not give us everything instantly, but invites us to grow, to transform ourselves slowly, at the rate of our efforts. Regular recitation of this surah then becomes a form of purification, a way of keeping your heart healthy and your mind aligned with divine will. Think about this. Have you ever felt the weight of trials lift away after reciting a verse from the Quran? Have you ever found a deep peace, a light that seems to come directly from divine words, as if each word touches you personally? This is where the power of daily recitation lies. It is not an act of mere repetition, but an act of calling upon Allah, a means of receiving His guidance and blessing, again and again. Each recitation is an act of faith, an act that reminds us that, even in the darkest moments, Allah is there, ready to guide us, strengthen us, and transform our destiny. Simply repeating these words every day creates a spiritual vibration that resonates in every aspect of our being. So, dear brothers and sisters, do not underestimate the power of daily recitation. In these moments of persistent faith, your heart opens to divine grace, and your life slowly begins to transform. 3. The revealed surah and its spiritual power. There is a surah in the Quran, a divine revelation whose verses, when repeated with sincerity and devotion, can bring immense blessings and relieve the deepest torments of the soul. This surah is not simply a text to read, but a true spiritual remedy, an antidote against heart ailments. She offers us, in her infinite wisdom, the key to inner peace and the promise of divine transformation. But, dear brothers and sisters, can you guess which surah it is? It is located in the 21st juz, and its impact is much deeper than one might imagine at first glance. Each verse of this surah is like a wave that passes through the soul, a gentle but powerful wave that cleanses, heals, and renews. It is filled with deep meaning, words that resonate in the heart of anyone who recites them with faith. Its verses remind us of the closeness of Allah, His infinite mercy, and His ability to transform our reality. Reciting this surah is not an act of simple devotion, but a direct invitation to connect with this spiritual power. You may already know it, but do you really know what its true power is? Its power hidden in each syllable? It is an invitation to transformation, an invitation to let Allah penetrate our lives, to open ourselves to His light. We tend to read the Quran, sometimes without fully understanding the depth of each verse. But these words are not there by chance. Each verse, each letter carries a divine message, an energy which, when received with a pure heart, can change the course of our existence. This surah is the means by which Allah invites us to spiritual healing, to a return to the very essence of our existence. It reminds us that, in difficulty, in uncertainty, Allah is always there to support us. His mercy is infinite, His power unlimited. The soul that turns to Him finds peace. And this surah, in its simplicity and depth, is a direct way to get closer to it. Inspirational verse. And if Allah helps you, no one will be able to defeat you. Quran 3:160. This verse is a powerful reminder of divine protection. No matter what obstacles stand before you, no matter what difficulties seem insurmountable, as long as Allah is by your side, nothing can defeat you. It is a message of strength, resilience, and above all, unwavering faith. Every time you recite this surah, you invoke this divine force which knows no limits. You open the door to infinite spiritual protection. The key to your transformation lies in these verses, in this intimate encounter with divine power. So the question that remains is, are you ready to let this source of blessing penetrate your heart, to open yourself fully to the mercy of Allah, and to discover the true power of this revealed surah? 4. Spiritual connection through recitation. Imagine yourself, dear brothers and sisters, each morning, taking a moment to sit in the silence of your heart, surrounded by divine light. A suspended moment where you open yourself fully to the presence of Allah. This moment is precious, a true gift given to you. You then begin your day by reciting this surah, letting each word resonate within your being. Through these verses you will find healing for your weary heart, strength to overcome daily challenges, and clarity for your future decisions. It is in this simple daily practice that you will come closer to your Creator. Reciting this surah, done with sincerity and love, becomes a bridge between your soul and Allah. Each word, each syllable, is not just a word, but a spiritual encounter. This moment of intimacy with Allah offers you a tranquility that few other things in life can provide. It is a pure encounter, a sincere call to the one who created you, guiding you through the hustle and bustle of life. The key to this secret lies in the authenticity of your heart when reciting. When you recite with pure intention, when your heart is aligned with these divine words, you open yourself to infinite blessing. Allah, in His mercy, not only listens to your words, but perceives the deep intentions of your heart. In this sincerity, unsuspected blessings can spring into your life. Spiritual transformation lies not only in the recitation, but in the sincere intention that accompanies it. Have you ever felt this inner peace, this deep calm, after a simple invocation or a silent prayer? Why not incorporate this sacred time of silence and prayer into your routine every day? Think about the impact this could have on your heart, on your relationship with Allah, and the light it could bring to your days. 5. The transformative effect on destiny. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, has ordained that the repetition of this surah becomes a source of change, a path towards a profound transformation of our being. Brothers and sisters, imagine for a moment, your destiny, the one you perceive today, can be radically transformed by this simple action, an act of faith, an act of submission. But this secret, this key to transformation, is not simply in the recitation of the words. There is a deeper aspect that many ignore, a spiritual aspect hidden in the intention behind each recitation. It is not repetition alone that brings about change, but acceptance of divine change in your lives. This is where the real power lies. When you recite this surah, you are not just saying words. You are making an act of submission. You raise your heart to a higher level, accepting the divine work that will unfold in your life. You open the door to Allah's will, and you accept that this change, whether gentle or difficult, is part of your path. Acceptance of this change is a silent declaration to Allah. O Allah, I am ready to receive what you have planned for me. I am ready to welcome challenges as well as blessings, to see your wisdom behind every event, whether easy or difficult. Transformation does not happen only through the act of reciting, but through the faith that accompanies each recitation, through the total acceptance of what comes from Allah. By reciting this surah, you place yourself in a state of humility, a humility that allows the wisdom of Allah to enter your life. It is a spiritual act, an opening towards the invisible, a journey where you abandon yourself completely to His will, in confidence and in peace. Inspirational verse. And whoever fears Allah, He provides him with a favorable outcome and grants him his blessings. Quran 65, 2-3. This verse is a powerful reminder of the reward of submission to God's will. It teaches us that no matter how difficult our trials, Allah has promised a favorable outcome to those who place their trust in Him. The fear of Allah here is not the fear of punishment, but the fear of the heart that turns away from Him. It is a fear filled with respect, with gratitude for His greatness. And in this fear, there is a light that illuminates our path and transforms our destiny. True change lies not only in what we ask of Allah, but in our acceptance of His wisdom. So, are you ready to accept this divine change in your life? To open your heart to welcome what Allah has in store for you, without resistance, with faith and patience. 6. The spiritual impact of constancy. Consistency in recitation, dear brothers and sisters, is a form of submission to Allah, an act of pure devotion that transcends the simple act of repeating words. In this hectic world, where every day seems the same, and where the tumult of life often carries us away, constancy becomes a true spiritual refuge. It is in this daily commitment that true strength lies. Reciting this surah every day becomes more than a habit. It transforms into an act of deep faith, a continuous prayer that will nourish your soul. Repeating this surah day after day may seem simple, but it is in this simplicity that immense power lies. Every day when you turn your heart to Allah, you strengthen your bond with Him. You submit to His will not once, but every day. You commit to making prayer a part of your daily existence, recognizing that true strength lies in steadfastness. Blessings don't always come instantly. Sometimes they arrive in silence, waiting to be discovered. But it is through this constancy that you prepare yourself to receive them. Be patient, dear friends. It is not just an act of repetition, but an act of deep trust in Allah. In this repetition lies a form of meditation, a sacred act where you align yourself with divine wisdom each day. Constancy allows you to strengthen your faith, and in this strengthening, you open yourself to clarity, inner peace, and the wisdom of Allah. It is not the speed of the response that counts, but perseverance in the path of faith. How many times have you seen blessings come into your life as a result of persevering in a righteous action, even when everything seemed uncertain? This process of perseverance, so often neglected, is the one that truly transforms our existence. He shows us that faith does not reside in the moment, but in duration, in the constancy of our actions and our faith. 7. The personal experience of transformation. Allow me to share with you an experience that had a profound impact on me, and which I believe testifies to the spiritual power of this surah. I have had the privilege of meeting brothers and sisters who experienced a divine transformation while reciting this surah, but the story of one of them, in particular, still touches me. He lived in uncertainty, lost in thought and weighed down by the chains of doubt. He had tried to find answers in the material world, but nothing really seemed to reassure him. He felt lost, alone, and his heart carried an invisible weight. One day, he heard about this surah, and driven by faith, he decided to recite it every day, with sincerity and conviction. At first, it was just a simple act, a routine that he decided to adopt. But something happened after a few weeks. Little by little, he began to feel an inner peace that he had never known before. The clouds of doubt slowly dissipated, and a new clarity invaded his mind. What once seemed like a dark path became in his faith a lighted path. He told me that he had discovered something fundamental during this process. It is not just what you ask of Allah, but how you open yourself to His will. It is not the mechanical recitation of words that makes the difference, but the deep intention behind each word. This sincere intention of wanting to get closer to Allah, and hand over your destiny to Him. The key to transformation lies in this total surrender of oneself to the divine will. Inspirational verse. And your Lord said, "Call upon me, I will answer you." Quran 40:60. This verse perfectly sums up this brother's experience. He called upon Allah with humility, and Allah in His infinite mercy answered him. We must remember that sometimes the transformation we seek is not immediate, but it begins when we place our complete trust in Allah. 8. Purification of the heart and soul. Reciting this surah is not just a technique to get what we want. No, it's much more than that. It is a divine method, a profound way to purify our hearts. As you recite these verses, imagine each word slowly sinking into your soul. Let it spread, removing darkness and bringing light. Each word is like a sweet perfume that purifies your thoughts, your actions, and especially your intention. It is in this purification that true power lies. Purifying the heart is not an instantaneous act, nor is it an easy process. It is a journey, a continuous journey. And this surah represents an essential step in this journey. She invites us to let go of our earthly attachments, to get rid of the emotional weights that weigh us down. When you recite these verses with the intention of purifying your heart, you are actually drawing closer to Allah, refining your consciousness, and opening your soul to His mercy. Beyond material requests or prayers for a better destiny, what is sought here is a pure heart, a calm mind, and a serene soul. Purification of the heart is not only a quest for external peace, but for internal balance, a union with the divine. Inspiring question. What thoughts or emotions do you wish to purify today, surrendering to the divine wisdom of Allah? Let this question guide and accompany you in each recitation of this surah, so that each word becomes a door to inner peace and spiritual purification. 9. The power of dua after recitation. After reciting this surah, it is essential to take a moment to collect yourself, to immerse yourself in the tranquility of the moment. This moment of silence is precious. It is a sweet breath, a moment when you turn to Allah with all the sincerity of your heart. This is where the true power of recitation lies, the prayer that follows, the dua, which is an act of humility and submission to divine will. When you make dua after reciting this surah, you are no longer alone in your quest. You open the door to Allah, asking Him to guide your steps, to transform your destiny according to what is best for you. It is not just about asking for what we want, but about accepting what Allah has in store for us. For in His infinite wisdom, He knows what is best for us, even if sometimes we do not immediately understand the reasons behind certain trials or blessings. Blessings often come after a sincere dua. They don't always manifest themselves in the form we expect. But Allah, in His mercy, knows what we really need. Sometimes what we ask for is not what is best for us, but sincere dua opens us to blessings that are far greater than we could have imagined. Inspirational verse. Your Lord said, "Call on me, and I will answer you." Quran 40:60. This verse reminds us that our prayer never goes unnoticed. Allah hears every breath, every supplication, and always responds according to what is best for us. So after each recitation of this surah, entrust your hopes, your doubts, and your desires to Allah, with the certainty that He will respond in the most perfect way. We have journeyed together through the power of this surah, discovering how its daily recitation can enlighten our lives, purify our hearts, and open doors of infinite blessing. But remember, dear brothers and sisters, it is not just recitation that changes our destiny. It is the sincerity of our heart, the steadfastness in our faith, and our willingness to accept the divine wisdom of Allah. So may this practice become an essential part of your life, a light that illuminates each day, and an invitation to divine transformation. Never forget, Inna ma'al usri yusra. With difficulty comes ease. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be with you at all times.